Welcome everyone, I'm Dollar Free. Apologies for the slight problem with the game feed. I just had to sort of restart the app, restart the game. Ooh, alright, time for another Monday mix. And this is actually the first Monday mix that I've had with a suggestion, because you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with having a suggestion necessarily. Sometimes it leads to really interesting ideas, something that I would not normally consider. But this is the Voidness. The studio is Steelkrill Studios. It's like a one-person dev team. The name might ring a bell. Perhaps the biggest thing, or I guess the biggest thing that they would be known for, they did like a version of the Backrooms. It's like the Backrooms in 1998. Again, I'm not particularly familiar with the whole horror genre style game. But anyway, let's dive right into things. The only thing I've done is have a look at the how to play, and it's literally mouse and keyboard, control, running. There's some inventory stuff, particle sizes. I'm guessing that's for the LiDAR. And then you can shoot particles, control, like zoom in, and you've got peeking around the corners. Otherwise, I don't know how the game works otherwise. Also, I'm hoping I've got the music adjusted. Actually, I might... Give me a second. I might just turn the music down a little bit. Just so it doesn't peak too hard there. Hold on, let me just see how that's looking. Yeah, that should hopefully be better. I know the music in this game fluctuates a little bit. It's got some really quiet moments, and then it can go really loud by comparison. So fingers crossed that gets it about right. And then otherwise, yep, that's all the controls right there. Alright, let's dive right into things. Running makes noise, use only if needed, and you can only save by finding a save point at a terminal. If you look long enough into the void begins to look back through you. Okay, yep. So we're in space. Are we in space by the looks of it? Interesting choice to... Interesting juxtaposition. Alright.
Happened here.
It's a little... I'm pretty slow. Alright, yeah, movement in this game, the base movement is really kind of slow. My authorized personal security card used for access to certain areas and the locker. Interesting. I'm trying to open the door. Trying to figure out if there's something here that I'm missing. So Q is to examine. New medical injury bay. So our name is Francesca Lee, born 1998, occupation space research team. List chief symptoms in order of severity. Severe head trauma, still recovering in medbay. Concussion might occur. Infection from damaged particles from the crash, such as hand and arm. Left knee injured, which might recover quickly from. Same thing on both sides. Okay, first things first. Let's review the controls again. Is there a way to hold an item out? Okay. Huh. Alright, already I'm hitting the first sort of issue. That is, I have a key card and I'm clearly meant to use it. Left is to use something. Interestingly enough, it says digits 1 through to 4 are supposed to be for the... Hold on. Digits 1 through to 4 are meant to be for accessing inventory. Hold on, let's just pop back to the main menu. That's really unusual. I must be missing something here with the controls. Because otherwise you should... I don't know if there's like an animation to hold the key card or something. E is to interact. Tab is objectives. Q is to examine objects. Also, it's for your objectives as well. 1 is the equip device shortcut. Alright, we'll try this again. Oh, this is interesting. They make you go through this cutscene again. Alright, how do I feel about this? I wish this cutscene could be skipped the second time around. You might hear it in the background here. Like, I'm clicking away on the keyboard. I really think this cutscene... You watch it once, that's fine, but you should be able to skip it. I don't think this cutscene's masking a loading screen. I think it's just... Yeah, see, I've already got control there.
What the hell happened here? Why is the sector door's power off?
Ah, there we go.
Where is everybody? Oh, my sweet baby boy. I will be back home soon, as promised.
Interesting. I do like the choice of voice acting. Even if it's pretty basic. Yeah, find out what happened to your crew. You can see it there. Interesting. We can grab things. So Q to grab, right click to throw. And you can move things pretty quickly. Okay. Hiding under desks. There's a little bit of a thunking noise in there. Ever so subtly thunking. Very, very subtle. It's enough to give the impression that someone is, or something is moving around. But otherwise... yeah, it was...
Sector door's power is off here, too. I have to get through that door. Maybe I can contact Base 2 and see what the hell is going on.
Okay. Yeah, it was a very, very subtle thunking. Oh, that blocks up a lot of view. Okay. So Sector 1 doors are open. Turn that off. Oh, that's not fun. So,
What the hell happened here?
crouching is tap, not hold, which is really nice. Whereas running is hold. Malfunction 7.
Professor Brian? Anyone here?
Oh, what's this? Screwdriver. Screwdriver can be used to open vents. Huh, okay. Power's out now. Right. Thought I saw some movement over there behind the doors. Could have just been me. Oh, that's noisy. That is noisy. So the game seems to have this big emphasis on noise factor so far. Doesn't matter if you, like, you can't run in the vent, right? No, it's a constant speed in the vents. Objective updated. Find broadcast radio to communicate with Base 2. Okay, right. Yeah, I was going to mention before, there was a little note there about you can only save by finding a point at a computer.
Hello?
Jeez Louise. Okay, that is the first noise-based jump scare. Find the code to open the storage room as well. Interesting. Oh.
Holy hell. Come in, base 2. This is base 1. Come in, base 2. This is Francesca Lee. Something bad is happening in base 1. Damn it. It's not working.
Alright. Still don't know what exactly is going on. I can only assume that we have a suit. And find a valve to open the main door. Alright, looks like we're going back then through the areas that we've been before. What is this? Alicia Hill. Locker access card.
Alicia's card.
Alright. Oh, that's right. Mission briefing. Here we go. So this is the little bit of the background story we have. So there's 8 people on board. It's an unexplained void on a newly found planet called Tenebris. Seems to be another dimension filled with just gloom. 2 bases have been set up. Such equipment involves what the scientists call a rangefinder. So basically that's your LiDAR mechanic. First, 2 bases set up. First one will be located in the south area. Consists of 2 sectors, which is 1 and 2. Second base is in the north, approximately 3.7 miles away. Direct communication. Specialists in base 1, sectors 1 to 2. That was Francesca's us on the list. As well as Professor Brian, who we tried to contact. Alicia Hill, whose card we have. Ryan Jacob, Jake William, and Philip Callahan. And then there are 2 people in base 2, Lee Ray and Paul Jackson. Okay. Now, Alicia Hill's locker, I believe... Nope, not one of these ones. Here we are. So this is Alicia Hill. First post-space mission. Code change to 6871. Okay, and then this is just more background. Again, they're repeating the whole... Oh.
My name is Alicia Hill from Base 1. I'm one of the 6 space specialists that were sent out to study the mysterious void in the newly founded planet that we call Tenebris, which is...
I like this. They give you both audio and visual option.
The void is still in its early development, but from early tests it seems to be some kind of another dimension.
So these tremors have been going on for quite some time. Francesca, which is us, first person to be injured, and contamination spreading through the base.
Which led to unexpected shutdowns on our base. Tremors have also...
So Alicia, Professor Ryan O'Brien, Jake William, and Ryan Jacob will be trying to make their way to base 2.
She's still recovering in the med bay.
Yeah. So code is 6871.
Tremors and shocks that have been occurring has led to an open contamination.
Lisa and the others went to base 2. Oh, no. That explains why nobody's here. Oh my god. I have to try and make my way to them. Through the void.
Oh, wrong way. Right. Second noise jump scare right there. Also, stamina meter. Yeah, stamina meter. Interesting choice. Alright, 6, 8, 871. And you can save your progress at any terminal once. So we've got a newer spacesuit on. Crank. And a first aid kit. Med kits can be applied to wounds to heal yourself. Older spacesuit. Nah, we want the newer one for sure. We still don't have a LiDAR though. And that is data saving. Very important. You don't want to be dying before the tutorial ends. Yeah. Interesting, so that running gives you... Well, I guess the fact that you're running in a spacesuit, it would be kind of bulky, kind of heavy. Definitely could understand why you would run out of breath so quickly. Ah, look at this. Tap. Hold.
What the hell is that thing?
Run. And hide. And hope that that works.
What's that thing?
I think we're good to talk now. Yeah, no?
Stay quiet. I have to get to base 2 as soon as possible.
We're just basically walking towards this light. Press 1. And here's the scanning mechanic. That's the scanning mechanic. Interesting. I like the way it presents now. The range scanner will detect the last location of any objects. Constantly scanning an environment is the ideal to get the latest movements. So, you constantly want to be using this thing. See, look. Little platform. Objects marked with green are mostly points of interest. Missing the valve. Oh. And the area behind us, the LiDAR has faded. So, interesting. Hold on, hold on. Notice we went backwards. So, logic was, go back, get the valve. Alas, we cannot. And the LiDAR only holds so much information. So maybe somewhere around here is either we don't need a valve, maybe also the LiDAR's got a little bit of a timer on it. Right, what are we doing up here? Still missing a valve, maybe. Definitely do not fall into the abyss. Huh. I feel like we should have been able to go back where we came from. The game shouldn't allow us to skip the valve. So it either has to be here in the void area, or we should have an option to get back to pick up the valve that we used to open the door to get into the void in the first place. That, or there is another doorway. See, there's nothing over there. I wonder how long we can hold this thing for. Like, surely the logic is at some point the LiDAR timer is just gonna tick through. But yeah, this is just... Nah, can't get through. Alright. Now I'm actually missing something. So the game has said, congratulations, so far you're walking on a straight path. Look over there. There's something over that way. You know, if the game did say, congratulations, if you didn't come in here with the valve, you're stuffed, and they don't have a valve in here, well, that is a bit of a demerit. No. Right there. Okay, so thankfully they decided not to do that.
Is that blood?
Now, if most of the game is set in the void, I think that's going to be fine. It creates a bit of like a very unique atmosphere. Wow. Cool. Was that intended? Title drop. Okay. Title fade out. Because that pathway was both narrow. There's our health. So, that was definitely intended then. We don't, however, have our med kit. We lost our med kit. Water will slow you down. Make sure to stay cautious of your surroundings. Over here's our... Yeah, so I'm in water. I can't run. Alright, time to proceed. Orange scan objects can make noise when stepped on, which will alert enemies. Again. Maybe this game really wants you. Hold Z or X to increase particle size. Maybe this game really just wants you to be holding down the LiDAR the whole time.
A scanning turret. What is this doing here? Maybe the crew must have been through here. I have to find a way to
Scanners can be
open
used
that
to
gate.
constantly... find a way to open the gate door. Alright. So the turrets constantly scan in a direction, which means you don't have to. Watch. Cool. Watch out for orange. A vision upgrade. Press H. Ah. Hold on. Let's go back and test. So, regular mode. Colors come up red, blue, green. Let's scan the turret. Make sure it's clear. Grayscale. Really makes the red pop out, but then you lose color definition. There has to be... Ah, we're getting more red over here.
Fresh, bloody footsteps. Someone or something has been here.
That's footsteps on the floor, footsteps on the wall, footsteps on the tree. Well, not a tree, it's a bridge. Oh, hello. Oh, that's his help. Fine. Alright, so something around here, maybe, is to allow us to drop the bridge. And you look up the wall. Something is up there. Over here, we've got a green thing. Ah, table to hide under. Interesting, they give you a hide point. So that implies there will be enemies you still need to hide from. Something's up here. What are you? Range scan upgrade. Scan things from a little further away. So F, horizontal scan. And it changes the way the LiDAR works. So between, I guess nozzle spray mode and then printing mode. Printing mode's interesting. Printing mode gives you a lot of forward. Lot of forward distance. Nope. Bridge is still up. Alright, one more platform to lower. Don't forget, you still got orange parts on the floor. Okay, random noises, random noises. Oh, what's happened here? Let's get our spray going as much as we can. Something's changed with all the colors. Don't forget, there's a table over there we can hide under if need be. And red probably means enemy. Interesting. So red is clearly not friendly. Alright. We need to find another valve. Simple puzzle so far. Mostly about getting used to the controls, mostly about getting used to the way you view the world. Because certainly working with through pitch blackness and then having to try and decipher your way through refractions of light makes for, again, okay, something's happened here. Makes for an interesting way to sort of make you slow down a little bit. That's a med kit. I'm happy with that. Oh. Third noise jump scare, really? With a motion jump scare. Not sure how I'm feeling so far about all the noise jump scares. Must be a statue. Ah, okay. It's orange. This is going to be water and it's going to be noisy. Something green up here. What is this? A table. For hiding under. Ah, the thunking noise is your heartbeat, I'm guessing. And a valve wheel. Alright. Table back here implies we could have an enemy coming up. Interesting. Alright, let me explain briefly what happened there. Thanks. Thanks, antivirus, for going, program wants to access the microphone. Still, that little glimpse there, with the microphone popping up underneath, and will flare up based on the amount of noise you make. Another mechanic, just tied to the whole idea of hold on, what's going on? Tell you what, you get one antivirus pop-up, you get them all. Cool beans. All right, more bridges. Hey, we'll take it. Save point. Cool. This game's thrown a lot of noise-based jump scares so far. That's been what, like, number 4? I wonder maybe if, like, noise-based jump scares are this game developer's thing. 'Cause there's been a few of them so far. Then again, that might just be more of a horror staple trope sort of thing. We've got to find ways to scare. Again, that's number what, 5 now? I'm going to treat each time this happens, that blog thing, as like a jump scare based event. Alright, we know where the table is in here. Alright, floor traps. Thankfully they don't base this based on passive noise when you're talking into the microphone. Huh. Something's clearly happened here. That must be a music player on the table thing or whatever it is. Noisemakers. I think I'm back the way I came? Possibly. Yeah, that's back the way I came. Cool. I went backwards in a full circle. Lovely. Oh boy. Lovely. Alright, alright. Bloodstains, music box. Haven't found anything green to interact with. Oh. Of course we're gonna... Just in case you need it, there's a table here. Of course we've got an area with... Not sure. Nothing on the floor. It must be just another attempt at a jump scare.
This must have opened the gate. I need to head back.
Here comes all the jump scares. Not sure if that was an intended jump scare. Press spacebar to whistle to attract the attention. Okay, I think I see what the gimmick is here. So the enemy is clearly patrolling where we need to go. Maybe by pressing the whistle, you can lure the enemy out. Definitely those... I don't know what I'll call them. I guess I'll call them like the resets. They're... they're not great. Yeah, those resets, when they do the full color reset and there's the big boom and then all your colors drop out at once and it starts scanning purple. That's... I think if you're not like, oh, maybe even if you are like a horror game aficionado, I get the feeling those might get a little tiring. Now, we're only supposed to be able to save once at each computer, right? Yeah, so you can't save again. Huh. I thought we were supposed to come back to the gate. Make your way... go back through the gate door. Wouldn't be all the way back this way, would it? Maybe. Which way are you wiggling here? Ah, no, this is one of the gate rooms. Don't worry about this. This is not the right way to go. Is this another one that I'm going to have to lure out of the way? Probably. Yeah, I have to go there. And this void thing. I don't know if I've got the space to get it to. Doable, doable. That's another noise-based jump scare. And would you believe the whole time? Maybe the terminal wasn't there before. Huh. Alright. Yep.
This can't be happening.
Alright, we have to pick a direction. Looks like a ramp. Looks like we're going right. Alright, alright. The loud noise-based jump scares are now starting to get... They're kind of getting a bit old. Also, don't need to save because we just saved before this. So we can keep that one for later. Or if we die, it's not much progress lost. Still have a med kit though. So when I click on that, nah. Med kits heal 50 HP. Cool. Alright, how do I feel about the gradual incline towards the game mechanics? Okay. So one switch. There's 4 enemies in here. Looks like it's a basic... Or it was a basic roaming pattern. Okay, I don't know what exactly was the intent there. Might have not...
What the hell?
Today, 5:37 PM, sender Professor Brian. Just a reminder of the new meeting that will be set up before we launch out on the mission. Just want to make sure you're ready. Call me tomorrow at 2 PM onwards, so you can set up the meeting, go all through one final time. Only meant to be a short trip, a couple of months, especially for your son moving back into grandmother's house. The discovery could mean a lot for everyone. How's the renovation coming along? That's the phone number to call.
Mommy?
Aiden?
Look, Mommy. I am an astronaut like you.
Oh.
No. This isn't real. This isn't real.
Fine, be like that. So this is very much a mood shift. Huh. I'm wondering if this area is meant to have enemies in it or not.
Catch me if you can, Mommy. Mommy, I miss you. Mommy, where are you?
Alright.
Mommy, you promised you will be back home soon.
Same photo from our locker. Mommy's my hero. Love you so much. I drew a robot. I hope you like it. And there's a robot. So that was probably a dream sequence of some sort. That's still the table there.
Please, Aiden, not this again. You know Mommy has to work. Please.
So part dream sequence. Definitely. Okay. Right, that one actually got me. This is what I'm saying about those resets being used as jump scares. That one legitimately got me. I think it's just the implication that, you know, you're walking into the bedroom. It evokes a bit more of a dread. It's not a fear response, but it's more of a dread. when you start walking towards a place like a bedroom and then, you know, something like that happens. The bedrooms are a place that you would hope would be the safest place, but no, clearly not. Clearly not the bedroom.
I know, honey, but they need me.
Alright, second time's not... First time was enough. The second time was just like, alright, we've reused the same gimmick.
Please, Aiden, not this again. You know Mommy has to work. Please. I know, honey, but they need me. You know Mommy's work is important, right? I have to go, you know that. This will be my last trip, okay? Yes, Aiden. I promise.
Come back alive. Come back alive, Mommy.
Okay. For a second there, I thought this was the you've died and gone back to the start sequence, but no, this is a slightly different area from the start. We didn't have this staircase.
So sorry for leaving again, baby boy. Don't worry. I'm coming home. As I promised.
Another med kit. Seem to pick up med kits all the time. They're a little generous with the med kits, but they're probably assuming that somewhere along the way you're going to take a couple of knocks. That's perfectly fine. The existence of med kits implies that the enemies are not one-hit kill enemies, which I'm never a huge fan of in horror games. Or games in...
Fucking with my mind. I have to get the hell out of here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the existence of one-hit kill enemies in your horror games is never a fun feeling. Never a fun feeling at all. Alright. Might as well save. So far, I feel like, even with my, like, beginner's skills, with getting slightly confused at the beginning, pace hasn't been too bad. As always is the case with the... Thank you. Thank you. As always is the case with these sorts of games, again, it's not an issue if I don't finish it, but might be short enough to finish. Alright, we've got a laser turret over here pointing at a door. Something up here. Door's gone. Now have enemies though. Alright, through here, back into the water again. Each area's felt short enough. Okay, there's one thing I like about it. Obviously, one thing I don't like. One thing I do like. Each area feels like it's just long enough to make the save points feel rewarding. But long enough to make you want to work with the save points. Rather than just trying to go, oh, I'll brute force it, or... Yeah, there's just enough of a gap between each save point that it's like... You feel kind of glad to be at the next one, without it feeling too long. How are we looking behind us? Alrighty. Next area sorta done. Alright. Trying to also formulate my thoughts so far about... Well, the void is a really good way to try and not show things. I can only hold one med kit at a time by the looks of it. Alright, need something to open the door. I'm wondering if geographically the void is intended to make sense? Oh, you can tell there's going to be nothing happening here. Alright. Is the jump scare going to hit as I approach this thing? Or as I turn around? Probably as I turn around now. There we are.
Why were they all standing there? Just watching. They seem different from the other ones. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just have the enemy camp there. There's no tables, and down there is like... Yeah, so I'm wondering if the void is meant to, like... If you were to remove the void aspects and depict it as an actual environment, would it geographically make sense? Or is the void more of a depiction of... Please, this is really getting old. Is the void meant to be just like... straight up nonsensical? That's where we came in. We can go either left or right. I think we just have to pick a direction and commit. Find the key code for the door. Alright, we need to try and spot the key code somewhere on a wall. That's going to be lovely. 1947. Alright, hold on. Just need to have some water. Okay. One, 9, 4. Oh. Yeah, we could.
Like they're in a dormant state.
Yeah, we can't do anything except for walk between all of these guys. And we don't have a choice. Time to take the plunge.
Run! Shit! Run!
Alright, I think we might have made it into base number 2.
That was close. Shit. I dropped my scanner.
Alright, we have no scanner.
Professor Brian? Lisa?
Alright,
Anyone?
same information here as what we saw before. No scanner means unless we get a new scanner, we can't get back into the void.
Oh no. Base 2 has also been breached. I don't think anyone is alive. I don't think anyone made it here. Oh god. It's just me.
Alright, let's find out which ways we can go. Got 2 ways.
Oh, thank god. This one's not damaged. This one's still working, but it's missing some components. It's
So we
missing pod canisters. Shit.
so
I
we
should look around. Maybe there's
Alright.
some spare canisters around somewhere.
Cool. So we need to find 6 pod canisters and use that. And I'm guessing that's probably our way out of here.
Oh god. The base is also dissolving into the gloom. I better hurry up.
Alright, so we had no chance of going that way. Ooh. Alrighty. So we have 2 here. And 4. Somewhere out in the void.
Oh god, the base is also dissolving into the gloom. I better hurry up.
Which means we explore this way first, then we explore the other way. And we should have, theoretically, two pod canisters in each side. Alright, we'll check the room. What are you doing there? I think that's all 4 canisters. We should be right.
Return pod activated.
Oh, thank
Please hold
God.
on. Your return pod is getting ready. Please stand back till the process is finished.
Finally. I am coming home. Baby boy, I am finally coming home.
And I think that's it. Well, once it lets me on the pod. Oh, there it is. And, well, we're out of here.
Preparing for
We can't even look around.
in 5, 4,
So, that's a fairly straightforward in a way. Aside from like the noise jump scares. Here we go. Out of the 8 crewmates that were sent to study the mysterious unexplained void, only one made it back home to safely, Francesca Lee, 39, former astronomer. Her son was the motivation for her returnal and what kept Francesca moving forward.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? If you can hear me, do not leave this planet. Do not return back to Earth. I probably don't have much time, but my name is Professor Brian, and I am the professor that led the mission along with my crewmates. The Void is another dimension, another copy of our own world that just lives in darkness and emptiness. Tremors have breached Base 1 where we were staying. Contaminated areas have this thing that starts forming around it, and within time it will dissolve into nothing. Just gloom, darkness, voidness. Myself and the other survivors, we tried to make it back to Base 2 through the void. That was a bad idea. We lost half of the crewmates going, and only me and Alicia Hill made it back alive. But that's when I discovered something tragic. We are all contaminated. We have all been contaminated all along. It doesn't matter if we have protective gear or not. Once you have entered the void, they have control over us. They are smart. I am not speaking about the ones that roam endlessly trying to attack us. I am talking about the others. The ones that are trying to attack us. They are not one of them. Those are our crewmates and people that have died inside the void. Maybe even people that have been here before us. They are lost souls roaming around endlessly in the voidness. They are just trying to stop us from taking the real threat with us. The real threat are the ones that stand there and watch and observe. Those are the real threat. Because all they do is wait, then take over you when the time is right. We cannot go back home. We have to accept that. There is no escape. Just kill yourself. Just like I had to kill Alicia and the other. They wouldn't listen. I couldn't let them go back and risk mankind. I had to. I did not want to kill them. I only wanted to defuse the returnal pod so nobody can go back. But they wanted to start it up. I couldn't let them go back. So I had to. If anyone gets this message, do not enter the void. If anyone contaminated will make it back alive on Earth, they will invade our planet. Just like we invaded theirs.
Well, well, well. That is the Voidness. Images, text, and photos. Yeah. And done in Unity. Alex Furness, Aaron Andrews, Rich Browning are the voice actors. You know what? I'll actually wait for the credits to finish rolling before I start talking. Okay, why are we still going on? Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me... Let me just cut the music a little bit. Well, I try to figure out... There we are. Alright, I've turned the music down. And title screen. Actually, I'll just go back to the main menu. Thank you. Alright, alright. How do I feel about the game? I think even if you're a horror aficionado... Okay, so how much did I pay? Let's get that out of the front. Let's get that out of the gate. So I paid about, what, maybe... $20? 21 Australian. And that includes another game with it. On its own, I think it would have been about, what, 16 Australian? Okay. I think this game's short enough that that's perfectly fine. There's a mechanic in the game that's quite interesting to explore, and the way that the game tries to work around its mechanics, the things that it shows you, the radar scanner, the hiding underneath the tables. For a one-person project, it's quite alright. I think there were a lot of noise-based jump scares, and certainly the jump scare where the LiDAR cuts out. The first time it happens, you might go whoop. Second time onwards, you kind of go okay, whatever. The first time it had the LiDAR cut out with the red icon pop up, where it appears as you're entering your bedroom, that one's really well placed. But the fact that they reuse that same thing again further down as you go towards the basement, and again in one of the other levels, again in further levels as it happens, I think it happens like twice more, that I felt definitely got overdone. I like the way that the story's told, at least from the sense that it's only at the very end after you get through the game, it's like, oh, there's information you wouldn't have been able to get there because the door's blocked off. You can't physically enter through there. So it's a way of hiding the true thread of the story. Some of the sequences were pretty good. Anything involving narrow navigation where you can see around you but you are physically restricted in where you move. So there were the sequences with the still statues, and then with the enemy statues, as the recording said, plays out that they're just sort of observing. I think those are quite neat touches. Sure, it's not anything new, but otherwise I think it's perfectly fine. Would I recommend this? I don't know. I'm not a horror aficionado, so whether you think it's worth it or not, entirely up to you. The game's short enough that even me as a beginner could finish it in under 2 hours. Might be interesting to see how well it goes in a speedrun. There'll be points where you're trying to balance out where you can run and where you have to try and walk or hide under a table or something like that. But I think there's a bit to play with there. Do I think you're going to get more than one playthrough out of it? Unless you're playing it for like a speedrun, maybe not. As far as I can tell, there's not even any modifiers to it. So if I look at... Yeah, see, we've got one save file. It doesn't even load up the previous chapters. So you have to play a new game in order to get through. But for what it is and what I paid and what I've gotten some enjoyment out of it. All things considered, as a sort of an entry to the horror genre, the more sort of psychological horror is it's alright actually, yeah, it holds up. And definitely unlike myself, who's very much not into like body horror, just the implications and the imagery shown here is enough to give that feeling of the horror, of the dread, but without being upfront in your face, very visceral. So yeah, I'm glad I played this. Otherwise, I think I'll wrap things up here. So, if you've been watching along or you've been watching after the fact, as always, I'd like to thank you very much for your time, and I do hope you have a wonderful day.